Good night, guys. Good night, all our followers and people who like our page. I just want to say God bless you and I pray for your peace in this time of lockdown again and new commissions. However, tonight I'd like to talk to us from scripture, St. Luke 10:25-37, the parable of the Good Samaritan. And I'm going to read it quickly and then point something out that I never really saw. Even listening to preachers preach and such, I've never really saw this until after a devotional study. I was praying through this Good Samaritan parable and a new thing leaped out of the story, leaped out of the story at me, and I just want to thank God that He would reveal such to me. Bless the Lord. So verse 25, and behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? He said unto him, What is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answering said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right, this do, and thou shalt live. But he, willing to justify himself, said unto Jesus, And who is my neighbor? And Jesus answering said, A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment, and wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. And by chance there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him, and passed by on the other side. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion on him, and went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring in oil and wine, and set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And on the morrow, when he departed, he took out 2 pence, and gave them to the host, and said unto him, Take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee. Which now of these 3 thinkest thou was neighbor unto him that fell among thieves? And he said, which is the lawyer, he that shewed mercy on him. Then Jesus said unto him, Go and do thou likewise. Bless the Lord for this portion of scripture. What I never saw in this story, for a long while I've heard preachers preach, and I myself have fallen victim to this ideology that when Jesus was talking to that young lawyer, Jesus was talking to us about knowing who our neighbors are. And for a long while, we've debated who Jesus was saying our neighbors were. It was saying that neighbors are those persons who treated us right, treated us good, or anything like that. But the ending verse tells us a lot more about the story of what Jesus's intent was than the entire parable. He says, Go and do the same. So basically, Jesus is not concerned so much about those persons who are neighbors to us, but he's concerned about us being neighbors to those that are our enemies. When Jesus said, Go and do the same, he's basically saying to us that we should go and be good Samaritans to those persons that we have no relationship with. Remember, Samaritans and Jews, they never had relationships, and that is plain. Even in the story of the woman by the well, they have no lot nor part with each other. They were enemies. And he was basically saying that we should be kind and go the extra mile for our enemies. So when the lawyer stood up and asked the question, Who is my neighbor? He was looking for a pat on the shoulder to say, your neighbor probably be the one that is next door or whatever. But Jesus turned the story in a different way and said, Listen, love your neighbor. Love your neighbor, because he's willing to justify himself, says, who is my neighbor? And Jesus said, it's not so much about your neighbor, it's much more about who you are a neighbor to. So people of God, love thy neighbor, and above all things, be a neighbor to someone. God bless you. Have a great night. Oh, before I go, I just remember this one thing. It just dropped in my spirit. Get rid of the lies. Get rid of lies. Lies are told not to protect persons. A lot of persons say, I lied to protect. I told a lie to protect this person, or I said it because I didn't want to hurt. Lies don't protect people's heart, and it don't protect people. Lies cover the image or protect the perfect personality or perfect image that we've built for ourselves. God is truth, and we should take the belt of truth as Christians. So get rid of lies. It don't protect people. It only hurt them and protect your false image. So be truthful and be a neighbor. Bless you. Good night.